Hey everybody, you're watching Geek this week, and today I'm actually here with
Gavin.
And I'm of course Talon, and today we're bringing you all the geeky news on
Starting with some fresh deets of the new Rick and Morty season,
SpaceX's latest launch,
and the return of David Bowie in the form of graphic novels.
all on Geek this week.
Geek this week. There. This week in TV, Rick and Morty sell out again, this time in the form of Pringles. This news is brought to you by the Pringles Twitter account. This line will only be released in the US, but according to Pringles, if you'd visit the US to satisfy your craving for Pickle Rick Pringles, then you'll want to make your trip for early February. That's because they'll be launching just in time for the Super Bowl. Wait, are we allowed to say that? Super Bowl, big game? Bigger bowl? Big game. Or do we need to refer to it as the big game too? According to Pringles, we'll also be treated to a great ad featuring Rick and Morty to put a new spin on the flavor stacking. Will this be worth it? Probably not, but we'll have to wait until 2/2 to find out for sure.
This week in tech, Tesla's solar roof is back, and this time for legitimate sale. So for all you eager to spice up your roof with renewable energy, you can sign up to get your Tesla solar roof now. Tesla's solar roofs are roofing tiles made to appear like traditional tiles, but with the added benefit of also powering your home. Elon Musk plans to ramp up production to 1,000 new roofs a week to finally start meeting the demand for the product. The estimated price for the solar roof is $42,500 for a 2,000 square foot home with the 10 kilowatt panels. That number is lowered further after we received the $8,550 federal tax deduction as well. The tiles come with a 25-year warranty for tile replacement and on power productivity, so the panels are definitely made to last. The cost for one Tesla solar roof could pay for literally my entire degree, but if you have the money to help reduce CO2 emissions, please do it. Hopefully in the near future we'll have these panels on all roofs, even apartments, like mine, and then I wouldn't have to pay the power company.
And Marissa Mayer is coming back. If you don't know who Marissa Mayer is, she's a longtime tech business veteran. She's part of a small startup company called Google. And she's the CEO of Yahoo, which she left in 2017 when Verizon purchased the OG web browser. Mayer is now leading the new startup called Lumi Labs. We don't know anything about what apps Lumi will be making, other than they plan on utilizing a lot of AI development, particularly that of self-driving cars, to help cut off time of daily routines. Mayer said they want to automate activities so mundane and so time-consuming that a lot of people don't do them. Something like using machine learning to figure out if a picture is blurry, well-lit, or even if it's something a user might want to share. Because of the legacy Mayer has, I don't think that whatever Lumi Labs ends up doing or producing, we won't be disappointed.
We do have some sad news though. Mrs. Tree and Miss Chief have missed their catch. Those were the boats that were meant to catch the two fairing halves of SpaceX's latest rocket launch. The launch went perfectly, and the rocket landed on the drone ship, Of Course I Still Love You, and the payload, the JSCat-18 geostationary orbit, was delivered successfully as well. The nose cone, which they haven't yet been able to catch, cost $6 million, so of course you would want to recover that if possible. The boats, Miss Tree and Miss Chief, are literally just boats with enormous nets on them, so the goal is to maneuver under the falling pieces and catch them. It's unfortunate that they didn't make the catch this time, but I'm sure in the future they will knock it out of the park. Except they're catching it, so it's in the park still, right? That's what you do with home runs. You have to catch it. Football!
This week in science, nuclear fusion is the power of the future in the form of a startup company, General Fusion. With the help of Jeff Bezos, the company has raised more than $100 million to design and build a demonstration power plant, hopefully to encourage the use of nuclear power as a clean source of power. We know it's not perfectly clean, but it doesn't pump tons of CO2 into the air. General Fusion CEO Christopher Mowry said, "The world is pivoting towards fusion as necessary complement to other technologies which, collectively, will enable the carbon-free energy future we all need. Conventional nuclear power plants use fission to produce the immense amount of power they put out, but creates dangerous radioactive waste, which is what fusion can help cut out." Currently, there's a 35-nation, $25 billion fusion reactor known as ITER being worked on right now in France, or France for you Americans. This has been in the works since 2010, and companies like General Fusion hope to finish the demonstration plant before Takamak fusion reactor is completed.
In other news this week, David Bowie is invading the graphic novel world. David Bowie might have passed away back in January, but the rock pop legend has already dominated the world of music, film, and innovation, is now going to dominate the graphic novel world. It is weird that, given the success of Bohemian Rhapsody and Rocket Man, we haven't seen a biopic of Bowie's upbringing, and as far as I was able to tell, there isn't one in the works currently. However, this comic book, Bowie, Stardust Ray Guns and Moon Age Daydreams, seems to plan to provide us with just that. Featuring a foreword from the mighty author Neil Gaiman, think American Gods and Coraline, the book will chronicle the rise of Bowie's career from obscurity to fame, and paralleled by the rise and fall of his alter ego, Ziggy Stardust, which has even inspired Barbies. We'll have to wait until January 7th to get our hands on the graphic novel, but so far it looks like a wild ride. That's all from Geek this week. We hope you enjoyed the episode, but I do want to know what you thought of your first episode.
If I'm going to be honest, I think Pickle Rick potato chips sounds pretty great.
You ready to taste Pickle Rick?
I'm ready to put Pickle Rick in my mouth.
Oh.
But I also just like potato chips, so
Also, this is like a show that's on the internet, so Yeah.
We
hope you hope you all come back next week. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Subscribe.
Subscribe.
Ah!
Bye.